to have this debate. So I'm sure this will be a great opportunity for all of you to get to know the freshman caucus candidates, and the debate is going to be filmed and will be uploaded to the interwebs so people at home can see for themselves. Just to give you an idea of what the rules are going to be so you're prepared for them, and you in the audience as well. After I read these rules, I'm going to sit down and the BOE is going to handle the rest of the moderation. Just to let you know, you guys are going to have 3 minutes each to give an intro. That's going to be 3 minutes per ticket. So you can divide it among the two of you or do it by yourself, however you want to do that. We are going to be pretty strict about the time limit because, there's a lot of you. After that, we're going to ask questions that have been submitted online to the BOE. We're going to call out the question, and you have an opportunity to raise your hand and answer. You're going to ask you to try to limit your remarks to 90 seconds or less. We might not get to every single person on every single question, but we are going to track which ticket has answered which question. So if you didn't answer, let's say, question 1, then you get first dibs on question 2. We're probably going to ask, hopefully, no more than 8 questions in total, but we're going to leave that number open. And then at the end, you'll each have 1 minute as a ticket to give concluding remarks. Are there any questions at this time about anything? Great. So I'm going to turn things over to our amazing moderation crew, the BOE. So, ladies, take it away.
So as Mr. Polazzo said, we're going to start off with. Okay. So first, I'm Susan. I'm a chair. BOE. And
I'm Ashley, also the other chair. So this is the first time we've ever done this, and if it goes well, we're considering maybe permanently adding this to elections.
So we're going to start now. So Mr. Polazzo mentioned we have 3 minutes for each ticket for opening statement, and we'll start with John.
You can stand up and talk.
So I'm John. So what we want to do for the freshman student body is to be more accessible to the student body, and just be something that, if you have questions or if you have ideas that you want to present, we'll take those into account when we have a meeting. I don't know.
That's it? That's fine.
All right, my name is Elisey Goland.
I'm Katherine Sotiropoulos.
And we're also running. We want to improve. We know that freshmen have a hard time communicating because oh no, what do I do? How do I do it? We want to help. We want to help bridge that gap. We also want to make the freshman year more fun because honestly, who wants a boring freshman year at Sty?
Also, we're trying to make our freshman campaign more accessible because people are now, if you read in the Spectator, that sometimes there are people asking questions and they're going into a little not official group, but we want to loop you in. So if you have questions or opinions or anything that you want to tell us, you should tell us so you can be part of our group instead of trying to represent elsewhere.
Yeah, we want to make your voice be heard because that's what the student body is really about, everyone together.
Hello, my name is Adam Obeda, and I want to bring democracy to you. This is kind of a broad topic, but basically I want all of your opinions. I think that all of your ideas matter. I want to incorporate them into my campaign, as well as my own ideas, such as recommending freshman representatives for the SU. As you may have heard, the seniors and upperclassmen take over a majority of the SU, but I want to change this. I want the freshmen to actually have a voice, and by doing so, I will recommend freshman representatives to help me bring ideas forward. Also, I want to end the power struggle between the sophomore caucus and the freshman caucus. It's a well-known fact that during shared events, freshman caucus have less of a voice, and I want to change this. Furthermore, I want to look at other caucuses when I bring my ideas forward, such as Tahsin's idea of creating a wellness department. I want to also help out with this by recommending freshmen. And overall, I just want a better year for everyone.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am very excited to be able to attend the first ever debate here Thank you everyone for attending. Thank you for those watching. I just want to say, congrats. And I would just like to say that, first of all, I'm Kenny Wong, part of the Kenny Wong Ryan Wu campaign. This school year will be a turning point for everyone. This school year is the time we will get to turn a new leaf in the chapter of our school's history, and we just began it by doing this debate. I believe one of the main problems here is that there's too little student interaction. Everyone here at Sty, we are also stressed out about the academics. We don't have time to focus on our social lives. And in my theory, social life is how we relieve stress. So, as president and my administration will make sure that we will have more freshman events so we can have more social time, more quality time with our friends, and in turn, we will have a better freshman year. Also, I think that representation is very important. Once I get elected, I will make sure each and every one of you is represented. I will do this based on the merit system. There will be an application going out, and people will have to apply, and I will have to interview them to see how good their skills are at handling our problems. Thank you so much.
Okay, so our ticket believes in communication, and what better way is there to communicate than on a first name basis? So my name is Hanah, and with my running mate Jason, we comprise the caucus ticket of fun. Thank you for those of you who came to this debate, and thank you for the other candidates for caring about this election as much as we do. Since we are pressed on time for this year's debate, we may not be able to elaborate on all of the goals of our campaign as much as we would like to. So, however, please feel free to come and talk to us afterwards if you have any questions. We embrace curiosity and political involvement in the student body. In addition, our platform is not just our extensive dedication to communication and representation within our year, but also to allow for as much student body participation within the student union as possible. Our goal is not only to carry out our promises, but also to implement the changes from the various comments and suggestions from the people in our grade.
You may not think there are much to offer. We have many realistic goals for this year, such as increasing homework help and even hosting a spirit week. We promise to listen and heed your words. Most of all, we promise to act on your behalf. We believe that the success of a caucus is based on its fluidity. If elected, we promise to remain fluid, shifting to the needs of the grade as they occur. Thank you, and I wish our opponents the best of luck.
All right, thank you, Jason. All right, so Freddie, our president, cannot be here today, and I'm a campaign manager representing him. So he has a different approach to leadership. He believes that leadership is when you listen to the people that elect you. And we follow this by asking other freshmen what they want. And they have been complaining to us about Arista and help at their academics. And one person said it took them 3 weeks to get help. So we want to fix that. Also, we went to an investment meeting and it said that not last year's freshman, but the freshman year before that, wasted our budget according to Steven. We want to keep it efficient and effective budget. We will not waste money.
Okay, so we want to give a boost to freshmen because we all know that the freshmen's transition from 8th grade to high school is really hard and everyone is having some academic troubles and the Arista tutors don't always help. So we want to create a group for people who are having especially hard times and stuff and help other freshmen or maybe older people just come and help out people like that because we all know that everyone has these problems and we don't want anyone to feel left behind. And sorry once again that Freddie couldn't be here. He's really committed to his team, which just shows how committed we will be to freshman caucus if we get elected.
Hey Sty, this is Mihad, Khondker, and Sadia Tahmid running for freshman caucus. We would first like to thank you for coming to this debate today. Our ticket not only ensures the fun environment in Stuyvesant, but we also want to tackle the issues that concern our grade and the school. We want to not just involve ourselves in committing to make events, but work on the work on the ideas that benefits our grade and the school. Ideas like the umbrella project and getting rid of gym uniforms is one of the many ideas that we are aware of, and we will work to make them happen. We want to get rid of that border of just having fun and working as a freshman caucus.
My name is Stacey, and this is my Vice President Rohan. And first, we would like to thank you all for coming to this first debate for Freshman Caucus. So Rohan and I have a large array of ideas that we want to know about your opinions about. We are open to any ideas or policy changes you feel are important to the freshman class. We are people dedicated to this cause, and we will fully represent and implement the ideas of the freshman class.
Whether it be relieving stress through dances or creating tutoring programs that'll help you academically, we are there to help the freshman class have an enjoyable and a successful year.
So guys, just a reminder, the next section will begin. So we'll be posing some questions. If you guys would like to answer, please raise your hand. Please limit each response to 90 seconds. And not all teachers will get a chance to respond on every question, but we'll try to even out your camera time. Okay. So your first question is, many of your platforms emphasize better communication and representation. What ideas do you have to implement these changes?
I want to create email lists, and I also want to create polls in which that you can fill out and you can better understand what is going on in the calendar.
Anyone else?
Not only are we going to continue the idea of the Homeroom Advisory Council, which has been implemented for a couple of years now, we're also going to push for meetings where basically something like this, where you have the caucus and people can ask us questions, and we can really strive to make it a better environment for everyone.
So, as the others mentioned, we also want to continue the traditions of having not only homeroom representatives, but also having an advisory council to represent the grade. In addition, we also want to represent the people more on a personal level rather than just written statements or emails. I mean, we also want to create a mailing list so that we could reach out to all of the people in our grade, but we don't want to focus only on written statements, and we just want to represent people on a personal level.
So the second question would be, what are the main problems facing Stuyvesant students, specifically freshmen, and what changes will you be implementing to fix them?
Thank you. As I stated in my introduction, the main problem in Stuyvesant right now is not enough student interaction. We need more student interaction to relieve stress so we can perform better academically and get social time, and we can make our school go beyond our former accomplishments. And in order to do that, I will try my best, my campaign will try our best once we get elected, to let freshmen go out during freeze. If freshmen got to go out during freeze, we don't have to be stuck in this tiny library where we have to stay quiet. Look, I don't like to stay quiet. I like to talk to people. I like to interact with people. Staying in the library is not going to help. We need to let freshmen go out. We need to let freshmen interact with each other, and we need to let them relieve stress. And also, one last thing about our problems. I think that our school needs more student expression. More student expression will allow freshmen to get out their ideas that could also improve our school's problems. Student expression will help us, for example, fix some of the problems our school has. Like right now, we don't have a debate, but all the students got together and we teamed up, and I would also like to give credit to every one of the candidates here. Most of the candidates here supported the debate. We got this debate done, and this is just an example of how cooperation can succeed.
Thank you. Anyone else?
We think that a big problem for freshmen is that they don't have anyone to take their problems to. Like, sure, we have a guidance counselor, but do they really help us with their problems? We need someone in our age group that understands what we're going through and can help us. So we want to be there for the people who need that kind of help. So we're gonna try to make websites where you can just anonymously send us your problems, and if there are enough people with the same problem, we'll try to make a club or a group or find a better solution than just going to your guidance counselor.
We all have a really long commute, most of us. We come from so many boroughs, Queens, even Staten Island. Some people have to take the ferry. And weather can be a really huge problem. So as you mentioned before, we have the umbrella project where we supply you with umbrellas, which can really help you. Because I know from personal experience, you get your books drowned in water, or weather can really affect that. So we thought of maybe bringing us the umbrella project, and yeah.
Another idea we're concerned about is a new system that was integrated to our school, which was the gym uniforms that was made by our school. Freshmen are forced to bring gym uniforms, the same bland gray ones every single day for gym, and we don't really need that. It's very unnecessary. Why do we need to bring uniforms that we may already have at home that we can already wear? So we want, and we listened to you guys. You guys asked, we asked you if you guys want them, and you guys said no, we don't need them. They're not necessary. So we're going to take your suggestion and try to work hard to get rid of them, which is really possible because if you see from previous years, there was never a study.edu email, and we were able to, and students were able to come together and create that. Same thing with sophomore freeze. They were able to come together and do that, and all right. And so we can also work together to get rid of gym uniforms.
So I feel like within our freshmen, there are two major problems that we have. One of them is the lack of communication. So our campaign proposes more dances like the Sadia Caucus dance, which boys can invite girls or girls can invite boys, or you can, if you don't have a date, you can come in just for the food. And we also propose more movie nights. I liked how the sophomore caucus did the Big Hero 6 event. I really liked it, so I think we should do more movies so freshmen can interact with each other more. And the second problem I feel like with the freshmen is the lack of expression of talent. STI students have a lot of talent, but there are not that many events that are welcoming enough to have them express their talent. So our campaign, we propose a talent show, a karaoke night, academic events if you think you're intelligent enough, and if you like singing, dancing, we support these events. Sorry. So some of the things that we have planned would help in social interaction and academic help. So some of the events that we want to plan are a possible Valentine's Day event and also a theoretical fashion show, which would help in social interaction. Another thing is that the writing center is open during the lunch periods, but it is closed during periods 1 to 3 and also 10. So 9 and 10.